right, what's going on, everybody? So, we got some good news inside of Baby Doge, and then we got some bad news. So, we're just gonna hop straight into this because I know a lot of people have been waiting to hear about it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So, first thing is first, here right now we're at 8Z2856. So, pretty much 8Z2850. We're doing pretty good at this level, but right now it's more so where are we about to go? So that's what people really want to know. Right now, we are at the discounted price point here at 8Z2850. So that's the discounted price point with our chart prime indicators. We reached the premium price point at 8Z3400, and then we got rejected at 8Z3400. So that's now our new resistance that we have to try to pass, 8Z3400. So we got that. Right now, we got $32.3 million inside of the 24-hour trading volume here. That's actually really good. We're down 7.9% in the last 24 hours. So there is a discount for that price right there for the people who are looking to get in at a discounted price. But one of the good things that I wanted to talk about is this. Now, I don't know how true it is. I don't know if this is actually real, but it seems real. So this page on X just now posted this, Baby Doge News. And it says, breaking, Baby Doge has the fifth largest Binance derivatives trading with over 1 billion in 24-hour trading volume. So here is Baby Doge right here, 1M Baby Doge to USDT. The open interest is at $40.97 million. And then the 24-hour trading volume is at 1.09 billion. So if Baby Doge is up there on the derivatives list, that is pretty big. So that's huge actually. So I'm curious to see like how the perpetuals and the futures market goes for Baby Doge on Binance. I'm not sure how legit this is, like the picture, because I can't access Binance because I'm in the US, so I really cannot access Binance at all. But what I do know is that it does show Baby Doge right there. So then they also have the hashtag Coinbase Robinhood, because obviously that's the narrative to get listed at Coinbase and Robinhood, and crypto.com is also on the horizon for that too. So I don't know how long ago this was posted. Well, this says it was posted today at 2:09 p.m. But we obviously know that Bitcoin is worth way more than 61K. So I think this is an old picture that they took. And I think this was when Baby Doge was probably near, like, first listed onto Binance. Because Sui also says $1.90 is more than that right now. Solana is 155 right now. So I think this might have been posted closer to the time that Baby Doge was listed on the Binance. So I do not think that it's currently at a 1.09 billion 24-hour trading volume. So yeah, don't quote me on that, but I don't think that that is accurately up to date. So anyways, still good news that Baby Doge is making its way to the top. As you can see here, we came a long way. We came a long way. Look at all this growth, and now look at where we are now. So obviously, we have a long ways up to get to our previous all-time highs. So that should be coming not too long, right? It should be coming soon. So it's only a matter of a time till we get to our new all-time highs. We just got to keep pushing there. But enough of that. What I really want to look at here is the prices for Baby Doge. So we already seen the 15-minute chart, what that looks like, right? That's just a short-term chart. But for the 4-hour chart, it is showing that we have another discounted price point that are an equilibrium price point that we're working our way down to. And it just so happens to be where our last resistance was September 28th, which was give or take around 2700, 8Z2700. So that's what it's looking like we're making our ways down to right now. So 8Z2700 possibly. We also got our equilibrium price point down here. So there's also that. And if we do hit this 8Z2700 price point, there's always the possibility that we go down to where the next support is. And that next support that we're looking at here is at the top of these candlesticks. Top of those candlesticks are then bringing us around 8Z2400, give or take, somewhere around 8Z2400, right? And then after that, our next resistance goes down. Well, our next support, because obviously our resistance previously then becomes our support now. And then the next support that we're looking at is going to probably end up being where our previous areas of support were before. 8Z 1800. So that's what it's looking at, and that's where our discounted price point is. So there's three different price points that you could bet for baby doge. Well, four, because we can't forget about the Fibonacci retracement down here at 8Z 2100, because that's also where we had some resistance back here, and that was a pretty solid point of resistance there, and on the 16th of September as well. So, and it was a huge breaking point for us, rising from October 6th to October 7th. That was a huge breaking point for baby doge. So what we really got to watch out for are these four levels. So when I talk about discounted prices, you could either get some discounted prices at 8Z 2700 and then a recovery, or we can go down to 8Z 2400 and then recovery from there, or we can go down to 8Z 2100 and then recovery from there, or we can go down to 8Z 1800 and then recovery from there. But what it's looking like is these four areas are very solid support zones. So if these four areas are very solid support zones, that means that when it hits one of these areas, we're going to have that actual recovery. Now, it could end up being on the first support area where we have our recovery, could end up being on the second support area where we have our recovery, could be on the third one and then recovery, or the fourth one and then recovery. So either way, we're gonna be recovering after we hit one of these zones. All right. Now, do I think that it'll go below the discounted price point at 8Z 1800? I honestly don't think it's gonna do that. Like I truly believe that the days of seeing baby doge at 9Z9 down here at this support is now over. I don't really see us going all the way down there. I see us stopping at this discounted zone. We had some strong support there after we got listed to Binance and then had that first pullback. That first initial pullback pulled us back to 8Z 1800, right? We went all the way up to 8Z 20. Yeah, 8Z 2700, and then that first pullback ended up bringing us down to 8Z 1800. That's 10 points down. So if we were going to end up pulling back, that's probably where it would stop. Like, I don't think it'd go any further than that. But there's always the possibility that it doesn't even go that low. There's always the possibility that it takes off on the first pullback, maybe the second pullback, maybe the third. And if all else fails, we've always have this fourth pullback area, the fourth support. So I think this is good. I think this is good news. This was the quote unquote bad news that we're pulling back, but I think this is good news as well. That's why I also mentioned, like, it's also good news that we got some good trading volume as well. So I think it's all good news. Anyways, this is a good pullback. It's healthy. We're supposed to pull back like this inside of crypto. It's never supposed to continue to go up, 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 and up without pulling back. There always has to be a pullback. That's where the actual momentum is built. And just to kind of show people, like, hey, what's like actually likely to happen. Look, we usually don't pull back just one level, right? We usually pull back a couple levels. So I think 8Z 2400 is a good area to look out for, or 8Z 2700. But let's be modest here. Let's just say 8Z 2400, right? So I just kind of want to show people, like, there's a lot of gains to be made here. Like, so let's say you take 5,000 at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 2,700, well, 2,600. But yeah, let's just say we go from 8Z 2,600, right, all the way down to 0.1234, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe this is 9. But anyways, let's just say we take this and then we go all the way down to 2,400, right? Like, that's still not a lot of money lost. That's $400 down. But let's say we go down here and then you catch it at 2,400 and then we go back to 26. Well, that's $400 up now. And then if we go to the next level, just think that's $800 up, and then more, and then more, and then more, and more, and it keeps going up. So whether you get in now or you get in later, I don't think it makes too much of a big deal, right? Personally, I always like getting in at the best opportunities and the best times. But remember, it doesn't always go inside of your favor. Like, the trades will not always go inside of your favor. Sometimes the pullbacks aren't as big as you expect. What if we don't even pull back to the 8Z 2700 area? What if we just take off from where we are now? There's always that possibility that happens. What if we don't go all the way back here, right? And it just stops halfway. Well, now you missed the opportunity right here, and it just takes off. So there's always that possibility that it could take off at any given point of time. These are just some levels to think about, right? They're just some support areas to think about it pulling back to. Now, I kind of want to give something a little bit more realistic because right now we are at 8Z, let's just say 8Z 2500, right? 8Z 28, I mean. So let's take 5,000, right? And the reason why I say 5,000 is because 5,000, 1,000 is cool, but 5,000 is cooler, right? So that gets you like a trillion. Like a trillion baby doge, I've always said it. A trillion baby doge is what you really need. And a trillion baby doge used to be worth only $1,000. But obviously now the prices have increased and now it's worth more than $1,000. So that's why we got to put in more money now to make the same amount of money. Because if you didn't get in when it was at 8Z1, well, now you don't have 1,000 or a trillion baby doge for $1,000. Now you got to spend like 5,000. But let's just see how much that will give you though. So divide that by 0.1234567 and then we'll say 2850, right? We'll just say 2850. Well, that gives you 1.7 trillion. So really, you would need maybe $4,000, $3,000, 2,000 maybe to get a trillion, somewhere around there. But yeah, what you really want to focus on though is getting 1 trillion. So with $5,000, you get 1.7 trillion at the current prices, right? Now let's multiply that by our next target price. Our next target price is an 8Z3600 because we're gonna pass that like no problem. We already almost got past it. Our next target price is 8Z4200. So let's go ahead and multiply this by 8Z4200. That is $7,368. So look, that's 5,000 going to $7,000. So yeah, that's $2,368 inside of profit right there, just from getting in right now and then riding it up to 8Z4200. So yeah, that's huge. Now, obviously, if you only do a trillion coins, though, you have way less money there. Million, billion, and then this is the trillion mark right here. All you got to do is multiply the amount of coins you have by your target price. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 8Z. Let's say our target price the price right now where we're buying 2850. So to get a trillion coins right now, you need $2,850. That's a good amount, yes, but could have got a trillion at $1,000. But hey, too late. Now you gotta pay. Now you gotta deal with these prices here. Okay. So we got that. If you had a $5,000, you would be making a lot more. If you had 10,000, you would be making even more. So just remember that, right? But anyways, even with 1,000, with 1 trillion coins, you can still make some good profits. You just take the trillion. If we're only doing 1 trillion now, just multiply that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8Z4200. That's where that resistance is all the way up there. 8Z4200. That's $4,200. So that's taking 2,800 and turning it into 4,200, as opposed to taking 5,000 and turning it into 7,300. So it's still a good amount. Minus that by 2,850. That's 1,350 inside of profit, as opposed to 2,360 in profit. So this is pretty much $1,000 less. It's not that bad. It's still good gains, still good profits. So it's all about how much you put in. I still think a trillion is where you need to be at, and that's $2,850. So if you do not have $2,850 in Baby Doge, I'm not telling you to get it at all. I'm not telling you to buy anything or anything like that. I'm just saying 1 trillion, good profits. But like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Make your own decisions. Make your own decisions. Never put in more than what you're willing to lose. If you put in $2,000, expect that you will never get any of that back. If you put in $2,800, expect that it will go to zero the minute you put it in there, and literally treat it like it does not exist, because you no longer have that money anymore. It's gone. You'll never get it back. You'll never get any gains from that money. That's how you have to treat it when you're putting money into cryptos, especially meme coins. You have to treat it like this is play money and you're playing with it. Like you're not getting any of it back. That's how you got to look at it. Because when you look at it like that, you're willing to hold it through the thick and the thin, and you're willing to hold it to literally the end. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Let me know what you guys think about this. You think that we're about to pull back to AZ2700 maybe? You think our AZ2600? You think we're going to pull back to AZ2400? Maybe AZ2100 or maybe AZ1800? Or do you think we're just going to take off from where we are now? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. And as always, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know what you guys want me to go over next. Check out the link in the description for the chart prime trading indicators. And as always, I'll be back with another video.